You all know the classic scene from It's a Wonderful Life when little Harry Bailey falls through the frozen pond while sledding with his brother George. Man, now if that happened today in 2015 America, the Bailey family would probably sue Bedford Falls for millions of dollars. That's right. Cities all across the country right now are banning sledding from many parks because they're afraid of lawsuits they could face if somebody gets hurt. Are these cities just playing it safe, or should we let kids be kids? Join us right now, Fox News legal analyst Peter Johnson Jr.
Good morning, Steve. Iowa, Indiana, Nebraska, New Jersey, towns and cities are saying we're going to shut down these slopes. We're going to limit the ability of kids to go out there. They did it in Dubuque last night. They have 50 areas where you can sled. They say you can only do it in 2. And this is based on multi-million-dollar lawsuits and payouts around the country for head injuries, spinal injuries, impalements, 20 to 30,000 injuries a year based on sledding.
Peter, let's just look at some of the payouts. $2 million against Omaha, Nebraska. A 5-year-old girl was paralyzed when she hit a tree. $2.75 million against Sioux City, Iowa, when a guy in that city slid into a sign and injured his spinal cord. Well, Peter, what about this? On public land, why don't they just put up a sign that says, sled at your own risk?
And they do, and they have, and they will, and they must. But they're saying the insurance companies don't want us to do it. But at what price are we doing this to our kids? You remember sledding. I remember sledding.
There was a sled.
There's a sled accident over there. We remember going out. In fact, Uncle Richie took us near the Parkway.
Yeah.
And my mother was horrified. She said, "Richie, why are you taking me to the Parkway?" You would veer off near at the end to make sure you didn't go out into the lanes of traffic. That was the excitement, but I guess that's the danger. Let's not minimize it. There are injuries.
Sure.
There are problems. But for cities to say we're going to minimize this risk at childhood's expense, that's wrong. And that's not America. We all have so many great memories as families going sledding. It can be done safely. I think you need a helmet. I think you need to stay away from places where there are trees, where there are rocks. Cemeteries not a good thing, although everybody loves going on Cemetery Hill to go sledding. There should be limitations, but not as many as we're doing right now. It's kind of gone crazy.
I read about one town that had one hill on public property, and they got rid of the hill just so that it would be flat and people couldn't sled.
They demolished the hill. I remember taking my kids in a blizzard here in New York up to Central Park. The problem was the snow was too deep and it wasn't packed enough and it wasn't icy enough. But it was a great experience and we're still talking about it. It's a quintessential American experience. Let's go sledding, especially when you have one with LED lights.
I saw that.
Did you ever see LED lights? I mean, we used to do it on a garbage can, for God's sake.
We always use cafeteria trays.
It's all about the friction. It's all about the friction. It's all about the friction.
It is indeed. And you know what? It's appropriate.
Give us our sledding.
It's just starting to snow here in New York City.
We were hoping it would. Good to see you.